As you get deeper into the world, according to David, you'll be exposed, for lack of a better word, to more and more practical but more esoteric and little known principles and effects. And you'll be able to do them because we will make sure you can. But everything we do has to be, you have to be able to do it, and you have to be able to do it on demand whenever, right? And but there are foundations that we have to have. We have to build tools to build the tools to build the tools. And if we don't have those, everything else is just fairy tale and pipe dreams and fantasies, right? You guys, do I have to actually do demos where I make people dance and bend over and squat? You've all seen those videos, right? So, thank you for volunteering. Come on up. It's okay to be on camera?
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. What was your name again?
Wendy.
Wendy. Have a seat, Wendy. Wendy, would you like to feel good?
Yeah.
How good would you like to feel?
I love.
You love to feel good? We can make that happen for you. All right. So, what we're going to do now is what we were talking about at the end of the early session, is we're going to be demonstrating the gray room. You're going to see all of the effects and all of the attributes and elements that I discussed. Don't worry about them yet. Get the big picture. In fact, don't worry about it at all, because you're all going to be wonderful at this. Right? You're going to do it 3 times with 3 different people. Don't worry about the eloquence with which I spew hypnotic language upon the void. All right? Enjoy it. Hijack the trance if you want to. You're going to do it anyway. I know you. Right? But just pay attention to the big pieces. When it's your turn to guide somebody through it, just give simple, clear instructions. Test to see that they've done it. Have them signal you that they've done it. Have them test it. And move on. That's it. Trust the process. Trust the process. So we're going to start with, as I go further through the training, I may spend less and less time actually doing the 4 magic bullets and just plopping people into trance. If this were a 5-day or a 7-day, we'd be already into instant and rapid inductions, and you'd be so bored with the 4 magic bullets that it would make you cry, even though that's the slowest induction that we do, right? Because you don't actually need inductions. Inductions are rituals for the sake of the hypnotist and sometimes the client, right? And that's why we don't do the progressive relaxation inductions, okay? It shouldn't ever take you 20 minutes to get somebody into a state, if you've screened them properly. Since this is a self-work focus, we're not going to spend a lot of time on intakes and those kinds of things, right? Okay, so are you ready to go into trance with me?
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Do you want to keep the hat on or take it off?
I can.
Whatever makes you happy. I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Do you like the hat?
All right. So close your eyes for me. Take a deep breath in. Let that breath out with a sigh. Deeper and deeper with every breath you take and every beat of your heart, Wendy. All I want you to do is relax. Let go. In a moment, not yet, but in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to focus all of your attention on the lids of your eyes. I'm going to ask you to begin to relax those tiny muscles in your eyelids. And I'd like you to relax them more and more and more until they're so relaxed. You just don't want to work. That's right. Till they're so relaxed you couldn't actually open them without tensing them back up again. And when you know you've got them that relaxed, just give them a little test to be sure. That's right. Now stop testing. Let that level of relaxation flow from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Deeper and deeper with every breath you take and every beat of your heart, Wendy. All I want you to do is relax. Let go. Guided by the sound of my voice. Any sounds you hear other than the sounds of my voice are simply the sounds of our natural environment. People moving in and out of the building, moving their stuff around. That's not going to disturb you or distract you in any way. In fact, it's only going to signal you to relax. To let go. To go deeper and deeper than ever before. Wonderful feelings emerging from your mind and body as you do that. And every time you go into trance, you'll go deeper than the time before and you'll have a more amazing, more powerful, more wonderful experience. Now in a moment, not yet, but in just a moment, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to pick up your left hand with the fingers of my right hand. I don't want you to help me or hinder me in any way. In fact, all I want you to do is let that hand fall into your lap or onto the side of the chair, only at the rate and speed that you can double, triple, maybe even quadruple that sense of physical relaxation. Want it to happen. Expect it to happen. Enjoy the process of allowing it to happen. Loose and limp like a wet dish towel. That's right, like a lip noodle. Perfect. You're doing fantastic, Wendy. Now in a moment, I'm going to ask you to begin to open and close your eyes. Each and every time you close your eyes, I want you to double, triple, maybe even quadruple that sense of physical relaxation. Want it to happen. Expect it to happen. Enjoy the process of allowing it to happen. Open your eyes for me. All the way up. Close your eyes all the way down, deeper and deeper and deeper still. That's right, you're doing fantastic. Opening those eyes all the way up. Closing those eyes all the way down 10 times deeper. Every breath you take, taking you deeper. Every beat of your heart, deeper still. The sound of my voice, still deeper. Opening those eyes all the way up one last time. All the way down 1,000 times deeper than ever before. Beautiful, wonderful waves of sensation and relaxation flowing all throughout your mind and all throughout your body. You may notice as you go through this process that your body twitches and moves, and that's just the natural releases of tension, the signs of a body going through the stages of relaxation. Just allow that process to take place, because your mind, body, and soul know exactly what to do and how to do it. Now in a moment, not yet, but in just a moment, Wendy, I'm going to ask you to begin to relax your mind just as deeply as we've relaxed your body. We're going to do that in a very special way. In a moment, not yet, but in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to begin to imagine the alphabet backwards, starting with the letter Z. With each and every breath you take and each and every beat of your heart, all I want you to do is relax those letters completely out of your mind. Allow them to become smaller and darker and harder to see. Turn the volume all the way down. Now I can't do this for you. Only you can allow this to happen. And when you know they're gone and you're as deeply relaxed in mind as you are in body, all I want you to do is allow your other than conscious mind to let one of your fingers float up with honest, unconscious movements to let me know, and we'll continue with the next part of our process. That's right, perfect. Now just go 10 times deeper into relaxation as you listen to the sound of my voice. And I count backwards from 5 to 1. You'll find that sense of relaxation, that inner peace, that openness and willing to follow the instructions and obey the commands, growing stronger and stronger within you. And I just want to thank your other than conscious mind for allowing us to work with her, to teach her some really cool stuff that'll make her feel so much better and give you the life you want, the way you want it. So I want you to begin to imagine yourself going down 5, deeper and deeper, drifting, dreaming, floating, guided by the sound of my voice. 4, feeling wonderful sensations all throughout your mind and all throughout your body. 3, deeper still. 2, and 1. Very, very deep in this relaxing place. That's right. Let the feelings come up, let them come out, because as they come up and they come out, as you feel them, you reveal them. As you reveal them, you heal them. Solved, dissolved, and resolved from the body. Solved, dissolved, and resolved from the mind for all the right reasons. Now in a moment, Wendy, not yet, but in just a moment, I'd like you to use that amazing imagination of yours that I know that you have. I'd like you to imagine that as if by some magical transference process, we find ourselves in a beautiful dome-shaped room with pearly gray walls, almost like being inside of a large gray egg. As we look around this room, we notice some really interesting things. The room, in the center of the room is what looks like a beautiful glowing fireplace with a beautiful roaring fire. And it radiates a warmth and a sense of peace and safety, and the waves just kind of wash over you like water from a warm shower. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen those time-lapse movies of a flower blossom opening to full bloom. But when that energy from that flame washes over you, you could feel, it's almost like you could feel every cell of your body opening like one of those blossoms to drink in that fun, wonderful, playful energy, that soothing energy that gives you everything you most want and everything you most need in an endless, ever-increasing, unlimited supply, filling you with safety and comfort, a sense of inner peace and security that just gets stronger and stronger. In fact, you can just breathe that energy in and notice what happens inside. That's right. Perfect in every way. And realize for as long as your heart continues to beat and your lungs continue to breathe, this energy will go with you. An infinite, endless, unlimited supply, giving you everything you most want and everything you most need for all the right reasons. In fact, if you were to see yourself in the mirror right now, you might actually see yourself standing significantly taller than the people you know. As if your internal image, the way you see yourself and the way you move through the world, is becoming empowered, nourished in some way, larger than life. And as you look around this room, you notice that what appear on the wall look to be like colored squares. And there's a part of you that instinctively realizes that one set of squares represent all the wonderful, powerful, amazing things about Wendy. All the things that make you feel strong, confident, worthy, deserving, authentic, protected and safe. The resources that you consciously understand and recognize, but most importantly, Wendy, the ones you unconsciously understand and recognize. The secret resources that activate in times of stress, in times of emergency, when things need to get done, the things that cause you to prevail. They're there too. Now those other squares on the wall, they represent all the not so positive stuff, all the less than positive beliefs, memories, experiences, ideas, lessons that were imprinted in you in times and places when you didn't have any defenses, when you didn't know what was going on. They're there on that wall too. Things you consciously remember, things you consciously understand. But most importantly, Wendy, the things you unconsciously remember, the things you unconsciously understand, the secret things that have been stored away, locked away in the body, awaiting a time when guided by the right expertise, with the right technique, you could go deep inside and tell your neurology, tell your other than conscious mind, what to do with them instead. And when you're ready, Wendy, and only when you're ready, I'd like you to walk up in your mind to one of those squares on the wall that represents a less than positive belief, memory, or experience. I'd like you to reach out with your dominant hand. I'd like you to touch it for me. That's right. And with your other hand, I'd like you to notice as you touch that piece, I want you to notice there's a place in your body where that feeling lives. I want you to touch it with your other hand. Just show me where that is. Excellent. And when you're ready, Wendy, only when you're ready now, I want you to rip that sucker right off the wall. I want you to crumple it up in your hands. As you crumple it up in your hands, I want you to notice that feeling in your body beginning to shift, to change. All the connections, all the control it's ever had or exerted over your life beginning to break up and dissolve. And when you're finally ready to get rid of it, Wendy, I want you to throw it in that fire. Feel the rush. Feel that flame double in size and strength, force and magnitude. Feel that energy burning out of your mind, burning out of your body for all the right reasons. Just notice the process taking place. Let it run its course. When you know it's done, that's it. Take all the time you need. There's no rush. When you know it's done, just nod your head to let me know. Let your body express whatever it needs to express. Remember something. The only place a less than positive feeling can hurt you is where we've been taught to keep them, locked inside our minds and locked inside our body. As we feel it, we reveal it. And as we reveal it, we heal it. When you know it's gone, try to bring it back and notice what happens instead. What do you notice? It doesn't come back? Excellent. Well done. When you're ready, Wendy, and only when you're ready, reach out and grab that next square. Touch that next square on the wall. That's perfect. Notice where in your body you feel it. And point to that for me. That's right. As you point to where you feel it, I want you to, when you're ready, rip that sucker right off the wall. crumple that sucker up in your hands. Feel all of the changes in your body. Feel that sensation shift and change, losing its control over you, its hold on you, zero relevance on your life forever as you gain complete mastery over your mind, body, and soul. And when you're finally ready to get rid of it, into the fire it goes. All of a sudden that flame doubles in size and strength, force and magnitude. Feel that wave of energy rushing over you over and over and over again, washing away all the stress, all the strain, all the ramifications of that old feeling. Just notice the process taking place. Allow it to run its course. That's right. As it comes up, it comes out. As you feel it, you reveal it. As you reveal it, you heal it. Notice the process taking place. When you know it's done, when you know it's gone, try to bring it back and notice what happens instead. What do you notice, sweetie? That's right. We're going to go through this together one more time, but I'm going to be with you through this entire process. I want you to reach out, touch one of those squares that you want to get rid of. Notice where in your body you feel it. Rip it off the wall. You can rip it out of your body too if you want. That's good too. Pull that shit out. Sometimes it hides. Right? As you look at it, you got it all? You sure? Double check to be sure. Sometimes it hides. See, sometimes they find it, right? That's right. Is there a square on the wall that corresponds to that, or is it just in your body? Just there? Okay, perfect. Throw it in that fire. Feel the rush. Feel that wave after wave after wave of heat as that flame doubles in size and strength, force and magnitude, over and over and over again, spreading all throughout your mind, all throughout your body. Notice the process taking place. Let the emotional detox, the cleansing process run its course. When you know it's done, and only when you know it's done, try to bring it back and notice what happens instead. That's right, you're doing fantastic. I'm very proud of you. Now the process here is very simple, Wendy. At the rate and speed that you find the most comfortable, that you're able and willing to do this, I want you to go through every nook and cranny of this gray room. I want you to find every less than positive square that corresponds to something you want to get rid of, or something that shouldn't be there, whatever. Things you consciously remember, things you unconsciously remember. But remember this, if it's on that wall, it's already cleared for removal. It's okay to get rid of it. I want you to take all the time you need to rip those suckers off the wall, notice where you feel them, crumple them up, throw them in the fire, and set yourself free. And make sure you look under all the positive squares, because sometimes that shit gets misfiled. Take all the time you need. Go for it. That's right. Go for it. That's it. That's my girl. You got this. That's it. Yeah, rip that shit out, man. Shit being a technical term, mind you. Notice how good it feels to take charge for all the right reasons. Because from this moment on, Wendy, you're the boss. You're the queen of your domain. You're the god of your universe. And you have absolute authority, right, and privilege to make any changes that you want, anytime you want, for all the right reasons. And just keep going. That's it. Watch those flames doubling in size and strength, force and magnitude. Feel that vitality flooding your mind, filling all those spaces with the things you most want, the things you most desire, the sensations, the feelings, the perceptions of yourself, the world, and everything in it that give you the most satisfaction and fulfillment, that make you feel strong, confident, worthy, deserving, always good enough. Let those things fill you up, like water fills up a bottle. But with one small distinction. This shit just keeps going. It just keeps filling you up and filling you up and filling you up, like somebody turned on the tap and just left it running. Notice how good that feels. Double check the room, make sure we've got it all. When you know we've got it all, just nod your head to let me know. Yeah, see? Got to check. Feel that flame doubling in size and strength, force and magnitude, washing throughout your mind, all throughout your body. Solving, dissolving, and resolving from the mind. Solving, dissolving, and resolving from the body for all the right reasons. That's right. Notice how different you feel. What do you notice? Yeah. Now, when that last bit of stuff, we like to call it shit. Shit's a technical term. When that last piece goes in the fire, something amazing begins to happen. All of the remaining squares, all of the ones that represent all the amazing, wonderful, powerful, awesome things about Wendy, they begin to glow with an inner fire, an inner radiance. They begin to grow, they begin to expand, they begin to blend into one another, forming a brilliant, glowing sheet of wallpaper surrounding and coating the very inside of this room, surrounding you with all the things that make you awesome, that give you the things you most want, the things you most need and desire at the deepest, most fundamental level of your being. Flooding your mind, flooding your body, flooding your spirit in an endless, infinite, ever-expanding, unlimited supply of all the things that are absolutely awesome about you. Expanding them, making them stronger, more powerful than ever. I just want you to notice that process taking place. Become aware of it. Notice how your body shifts and changes. Breathe those energies through your entire being. Notice any places of tightness or density. And breathe that energy through it and notice what happens. Lock those energies in until they're impossible to turn off. When they become impossible to turn off, just nod your head to let me know. Try to turn them off. Notice what happens instead. Very good. You're doing fantastic. As a natural byproduct of the work you've done here today, I'm going to give you a special gift, a special talent. From this moment on, anytime you see somebody performing hypnosis, someone who has more experience than you, your other than conscious mind will immediately take a powerful snapshot of everything they're doing right. She'll integrate them into everything you're learning about hypnosis, and you'll be able to do it faster, more powerfully, more effectively. You'll be filled with these wonderful sensations, these wonderful feelings, and you'll be able to perform hypnosis flawlessly, both as the operator, the hypnotist, and the subject. And each and every time you go into an altered state, you'll go 10 times deeper than the time before. All the positive suggestions that you most like, that you most desire, that work the best for you to give you the life you want the way you want it, will be 10 times more powerful, 10 times more permanent, 10 times more positive, locked into that part of your neurology, mind, body, and soul that most wants, desires, can express, embody, and facilitate these transformations, revelations, and modifications only in the ways that give you the life you want, the way you want it, by your standards and destiny. Now in a moment, not yet, but in just a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I reach the number 5, you'll emerge from this state bringing all of these transformations, revelations, and modifications with you, embodying them at every level of your neurology, mind, body, and soul, expressing them in every way, each day better than the day before. Number 1, feel yourself returning to this place we call reality, bringing with you a brand new reality, Wendy. A reality where you're the one who knows how to do this. You're the one who's followed the process, has tested the results, has experienced the transformations in all the right ways. Number 2, all of my suggestions from you to your very own other than conscious mind are now 10 times more powerful, 10 times more permanent, 10 times more irresistible, locked into, held onto that part of your neurology, mind, body, and soul that keeps your heart beating, your lungs breathing, and every other part of you operating at maximum capacity, optimal performance, and it only gets better. Number 3, always at least 3 ways to overcome any situation, obstacle, or circumstance that you may face. Always at least 3 solutions to any problem you need to solve in your other than conscious mind will now easily, effortlessly, and automatically generate those solutions and implement them in the quickest, easiest, most efficient way for the good of yourself and all concerned. Number 4, because it's all for you, Wendy. You've followed the instructions. You've done the work. You've obeyed the commands. You've tested the results. You've earned the rewards and the right to keep them. It's your reality. It's your truth. It's your life, and you start living it right now. On the next count, you can emerge from this state only at the rate and speed that every level of your neurology, mind, body, and soul understands, recognizes, comprehends, and realizes you got it. Experiencing them, living them, embodying these traits, qualities, and characteristics, all in the ways that make your life better. Head clear, mind clear, thinking and acting with calm self-assurance, feeling good all over, glad to be alive, ready to thrive. Number 5. Take your time. Come on back. Notice how good you feel. Big round of applause for Wendy. Welcome back. All right. I would ask you what that was like, but I think we know. How do you feel?
Great.
Yeah, very good. Take her. She's still in trance. Let her process. Okay, you guys have any questions about the process? I added a few bells and whistles, but you don't got any.
A small question. Do you talk to her? Do you talk to the subconscious? Do you say when Wendy wants this, or do you talk to
I do exactly what you saw.
It doesn't matter at the end?
I'm always talking to her unconscious.
Even if you address you, Wendy?
Don't overcomplicate it.
Well, at one point you said, other than your conscious mind.
Mm-hmm. At one point I did, yes.
That would probably require...
Remember what I told him about overthinking? Keep it simple. If you don't get the big pieces, you'll never get the little pieces in. Okay? Follow the basic format. Pay attention. Now you'll notice she was a good responder, and she had some stuff in there, didn't she? So I just went right into session work. I almost blasted her, but it's all right. Right? But I tried to keep the demo, and with Grey Room I can do pretty much anything I want. That's the point, guys. Within the Grey Room, anything goes. It's a staging area for any other process you want to do. Right? Now what we did with her was a general clearing process. I didn't need to know a damn thing. Right? But obviously she was clearing some stuff. Did you know what everything was? Or were there some things you just...
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
You don't need to know. That's another big myth perpetuated by hypnotists. That you actually need to know what this shit is. No, you don't. Because there's a part of you that always knows. And if it knows enough to generate a feeling, and you can find the feeling, it knows what to do with it if you tell it to. It won't by itself, most often. You need to give it a mechanism. You need to give it a metaphor that every level understands. Keep it simple. Now, did I create the hologram? Did I have her use that amazing imagination of yours? Boom, we're in it. I'm doing it with her. Right? That's my mirror neurons sending and reinforcing the messages I'm giving her linguistically.
Is it a mistake to put labels on the colored tiles and say, you know, there's some issues with your patients, with children, divorce,
No.
or whatever. You don't.
The more vague you make it, the faster it works. This is what I mean when we get too specific. Now I can get specific. If there was a certain area in her life that we wanted to focus on, after we did this Grey Room, I might create a little door that leads to another Grey Room that focuses on all the issues pertaining to a specific area of her life. But that's not what this exercise is for. You can nest infinite Grey Rooms and go anywhere you want. You understand?
Can I give
Yes,
you
you
a
can
hug?
give me a hug. Big round of applause for the lady. 3 by 3, go. You have lots of legal pads, you know how to use them.